What's up, y'all? Welcome to Stargell's Rap Sessions. I'm your host, Carlos Stargell. This time I'm not having a special guest right now. I'm doing this all by myself. And if this is the first time you checking out this live podcast, and if you like it, and if you find it in your heart, please subscribe to my channel at Carlos Stargell 910. Hit that bell or that like button. Now, if y'all like to go live with me one day, and if y'all find it in your heart, please send me your email address, your phone number. You can send it to my email. You can send it to my email at carlosstargell05 at gmail.com. Or you can send it to either of my 4 Facebook accounts. Carlos will be Carlos, Carlos First Stargell, Carlos the Verbal Assassin Stargell, and Carlos Stargell the Last. So you're welcome to go live. But like I said, if you want to, just do those, follow those instructions, and everything will be everything. Anyway, how y'all doing? I'm all right if y'all all right. Now, earlier I was talking about this movie I was checking out, White Man Can't Jump, the new one. Well, like I told you, I like I like this one better than the first one. Don't get it twisted. The first one was good, but this one right here, to me, was a whole lot better. They say you can't touch a remake. Excuse me. They say you can't touch a remake. Maybe you can't, but it's like one of the best remakes I ever seen. Now, the other movie I'm gonna tell you about too. What I think that was a pretty good sequel, Coming to America. The first one was good, yes, but to me, the second one was better, especially Sexual Chocolate. This one, hate to say it, bruh dog got down, had everybody dancing, had everybody on their feet, and that was a great thing. Now, what I really want to say too, I want to thank the ones who subscribe to my channel. Spread the word and keep them coming. And like I said, those who haven't yet, hit that like or that bell at Carlos Stargell 910. Now, for those who say they can't go live, maybe it's your phone or you need to check your settings. But a certain person, I'm not gonna call her out because she is my friend. But I'm letting her know right now. She know what I'm talking about. Keisha Myers. Look on your settings. Either YouTube, go to Google settings, YouTube says what the best thing for you to do, sister. Just Google what settings you have to go live. That's all you got to do because you owe me one, sister. You owe me to go live for real. And and look, I know you say it's hard for you to do, but maybe you need to get you another phone or either just go to your settings and don't have and then the ones who claim they don't want to go live. I mean, I know some of y'all don't like to be seen on video, and I can understand it because a lot of y'all are shame-faced. Uh, and I'm not gonna call nobody out. I promise y'all. I'm gonna be on my best behavior. I promise you I won't call nobody out unless I have to. But anyhow, what I'm like I said, it's not much to really talk about, but I'm just want to let y'all know too. Now that I have not only I have Stargell rap sessions, but I also have one that I just kicked off today. It's called Scooby and Lowe's House of Giant Talking. And Robert Willis, aka Scooby, is my co-host. And just to let y'all know too, man, I really enjoy that Joker because there's something for me and him to do because like his mom said, God bless her. But when she was alive on earth, I remember she told me years after, when I got grown, she said, "Now I see why you and Scooby so close. Both of y'all crazy." You know what? She's right. We are crazy. But we that good crazy though. But I will be the first to admit a lot of stuff he did learn as far as old school music, joning, basically about life. Let him tell it. He learned all the stuff he learned. He learned a lot from me. Well, Scooby, guess I'm glad I'm good for something, bro. Because and just to hear you say that you learned a lot from me, they made me a proud brother. Because I mean, I try to, and that's why I try to remain humble, be myself, and just do right by people. You know what I'm saying? But just to hear you say that a lot of stuff you learned from me, man, that's an honor and a privilege, man, for you to say that. And that's the honest to God truth, man. I mean, I'm glad somebody think enough to me to look up to, because I'm not extravagant. I'm not up on the mountaintop as of yet. But my thing is, like I say, remain humble, be yourself, and treat people like you want to be treated. Not only you'll go further in life, but you might live longer. And that's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the quintessential truth. So help my crazy butt in a way. But that's all right. But at least I do. But at least I do like that. At least I do enjoy life and have fun. And you, like you say, you got to love the life you live and live the life you love. Cause guess what? Nope. I'm gonna tell y'all one more again. Nobody can be you but you. And that's in the words of my man Steve Arrington. Yeah, a slave. Now, as far as the old school music Scooby said he learned from me, a lot of groups, that I grew up on, he wasn't even born yet. But I will tell you this though, funk will never die. That's the truth. Now, whoever said that funk was dead was miserable. Funk never died. Now, let me tell y'all this. All this so-called sampling and programming and interpretation and all that bull crap. And then they want, and I mean, where you think a lot of these rappers, I'm not trying to put the rappers down or nothing, but where you think a lot of them got them samples from the old music. But I'm going to say this too. A lot of those rappers, those rap groups that sampled a lot of the music, man, I'm just going to admit, most of it was tight. Majority of it was tight. In fact, in my era, it was tight. But one thing to have sample good music, but the worst thing to combine with that, sloppy lyrics. Now, somebody told me one thing I need to know about the art of rapping. And I said, what's that, man? He said, first thing you got to know how to do when you rap, you got to know how to go off. And when he told me that, that's all he had to say. You got to know how to go off. So guess what? It didn't take me long, but I had to learn how to go off and rap. So guess what? Don't get it twisted. If I can sing, I can rap as well. But I'm not a rapper. But if I have to, I will. And like I said, I will go off and I will rap good enough to make somebody feel like I snatched the soul out of them. And it don't take it don't take a lot of profanity or degradation to do all that. Just keep it real and be yourself. But honestly, I stick to what I know and what I grew up on. I enjoy singing. I've been doing that ever since I was very, very young. And I'm not gonna say knee high to a June bug, but I was pretty young. Let's put it like this: around by 7 years old. And I got to let y'all know my granddaddy, Deacon, my paternal grandfather, Deacon Woodrow Wilson Stargell Sr. I got to give him his props because he was. I remember when he's had me singing. When I didn't want to do it, I had to do it in a way, and I thought it was cruel and inhumane punishment, which it was. But it kept us on our toes and it kept us on our P's and Q's. And guess what, y'all? It helped me out a lot later on in life because it taught me values, priorities, and what I really need to do in life in order to stay, in order to, y'all know the deal. But I will say this: we're all guilty of straying away at one point of our lives. Some of them that who strayed away didn't get a chance to go back because either they ended up 6 feet underground behind the cell with 4x4 walls, or just didn't come back. Me personally, I thank God I'm still on solid ground. I'm not behind bars. I'm in my right mind, and I'm in good health. But look at me now. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine in Georgia, and we was telling my fiance, look at, man, if you would have known us back then and compared to where we are now, people will be, I mean, not only her, but other people will be amazed. But y'all know what's good about that, y'all? We survived. We still here. And like I said, we in good health. We in our sound mind. We above solid ground, and we're not in jail. And like we always say, when you do right, right will follow you. So that's why we believe and try to. That's why we believe. That's why we look back on our home bringing. You know how we were brought up, how we were raised, and all that. I mean, like I told my buddy, I told my buddy, I'm not gonna mention his name because I respect his privacy and I love him. But we did say this. I told him I think we like the last of the ones that try to do right that's still here. I mean, because I hate to say this, but this generation now, these young little fuckers now, they more afraid of living than dying. They have no fear, and they just don't care. Like I had to tell some young kid to quit playing in the street before they get hurt. F you. I'm glad that woman on my. I'm glad that one nobody I know, because I would have tore his ass up. And I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it real. You don't disrespect. I mean, no matter what, you don't disrespect. You don't disrespect no adult when you're. I mean, I wish. I mean, whatever happened to staying in a child's place? Whatever happened to that? A lot of these kids, they think they growner than us, and most of them can barely spell their names. I'm for real, because to be honest with you, you can't tell them nothing. They don't want to listen. That's why I'm glad my grandparents, paternal and maternal, great grandparents, paternal and maternal, both told me, they both said to me, a hard head makes a soft tail. I believe it. I had to go through that phase. I had to go through them trials and tribulations at one point in my life, during my childhood years, my teenage years, even my adult years. And look, and I'm still going through something sometimes. Cause hell, I'm put like this, I'm almost 55 years old. A lot of people don't believe that I am 55, but guess what? I am. I will be 55. I was born August 10th, 1968. Yes, I'm a Grady baby from Atlanta, Georgia. Somebody asked me what was a Grady baby. I said, that's the name of the big hospital in Atlanta. And if you were born there, you considered a Grady baby. Shit, they need to make a song about Grady baby. But anyway, it's nothing. But and like a lot of people, they talk bad about Grady Hospital, but they just don't know. Grady they real good. They got a real great trauma center. And I'm gonna say something else too. And it's just like any other hospital in the inner city. If you not if a child's not being born, or you not, or if anybody's not shot, or not, or and you not dying, that's irrelevant to them. If it's something that can be helped, that can be cured or whatnot, they gonna make sure you wait. So guess what? You might as well bring breakfast, lunch, and dinner with you to Greater Hospital. For real. Because you're going to be down there for a minute. Oh, believe me, I know. But honestly, when I went down to Greater, a lot of times I didn't have to wait. Thank you, Jesus. But it was a time, I think it was back in '88, when I hurt my arm, when I accidentally got cut, and didn't nobody cut me. A lamp, the lamp part of the glass from the lamp fell on my arm, and I had to end up getting stitches, end up out of my job for like about 2 months. And guess what? I didn't like that shit at all. But it wasn't nothing I can do about it. I had to heal first. But thank the Lord that I got my job back that year. At first I was working with the kids. Then they put me where I needed to be at, with the adults. But y'all know what? And I'm not trying to get off the subject, but at the Fraser Center working with the kids and the adults, I had more fun and better conversations with them than I did with some of these so-called normal people out here on the street. And that's for real. And one thing about people with those kind of issues, they just want to be accepted and just want to be loved just like anybody else. And for the ones who tease them, talk about them, and just make them feel bad, guess what? You better hope let me tell y'all something about that. You piss them off. Not only they ain't gonna let you forget it, but guess what? They gonna make sure you remember, because if you try to be nice to them after you were cruel to them, they will never forgive you. They will cuss you out, and you better hope and pray they don't kick your ass, because they will do it. I've seen them do it. I worked with them. It was a time I had to pull one off of one of my coworkers, because the coworker kept teasing her, and I'm like, I told you to leave him alone. Now if you kick him out of this program, I'm kicking your ass myself. And I told him that. You don't mess with them. They don't bother nobody, so why the hell you want to mess with them? And that's why my closest friend, I had a close friend like that. God bless him. His name was Leroy. That was now I'm just going to tell you, that was my buddy. That was a real good friend. And the good part about it, we talked on the phone every day just like regular people. I mean, he was very supportive. But when he died in 2001, it literally broke my heart. He died from smoke inhalations and couldn't get out of the house in time. And it still bothers me today because I miss him. But I will say this, I'm glad that he was close to one of my cousins who's also no longer on this earth. God bless him. All three of us used to all three of us were wrestling fans. But during that time, I was more about WCW. WWF, now E, it was all right during the time, but WCW had it going on. But see, I'm going to tell you something about WCW. I mean, at one point, I think in the 80s, it was real big, WWEF, whatever you want to call it. The only reason why it was so big during that time in the 80s, was because of Hulk Hogan. Yeah, he was a good champion. But guess what? We had Ric Flair. Even though he was the dirtiest player in the game, he did what he had to do to keep his belt. But I ain't gonna lie to you. And y'all know everybody like to go to the wrestling match because they always want to see the heel get their butt kicked, which is true. Everybody want to see the heel get their butt kicked. And then look, that's why I don't want to be in a wrestling, because I don't want to go from being a face to a heel and back and forth. Either you're going to be a face or you're going to be a heel. But I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of those heel wrestlers, in real life, they are very, very nice people. And they will let you know all it is just entertainment. Quit trying, they'll tell you, stop trying to take that mess personal. I mean, come on now. That's what they get paid for. They get paid to piss us off, make them haters, and want to kick their tails. You know, they let us know that they're doing their job. And they do it very well. But like I said, in reality, very nice people. For example, Tully Blanchard. And yeah, he was an asshole heel. But guess what? In real life, he had got into the ministry later on in life. Proud of that. He did a lot of prison ministry. Proud of you, Tully Blanchard. And you know, and you got a lot of face wrestlers that were pretty cool too now. But I tell you one heel wrestler, I remember when I was real young, he scared the hell out of me the first time I seen him. But he was one of my favorite wrestlers, Abdullah the Butcher. And also too, y'all know Abdullah the Butcher. I met Lawrence Shevis, aka Abdullah the Butcher. Very nice man. Hell, I remember when he had his restaurant over by Greenbrier in the Ben Hill area. And you talking about some good food, y'all. Now you know why he was so big. The Joker can cook. Now, you know, when people like that, if you that big, you better know how to cook. Because if you don't, it's a problem. It's an issue. Because big people should know how to cook. I mean, no offense. I'm not trying to put nobody down, but guess what, though? But on the real for real, Mr. Shevis was a great cook. I mean, his food was excellent. Dynamite, nitroglycerin. Just put like this. The food was good. I mean, it melts in your mouth. And it was very enjoyable. And meeting him was a treat and a pleasure and an honor. Mr. Lawrence Shevis, a.k.a. Abdullah the Butcher. And just to let y'all know, too, they always say he was from Sudan. That's bull crap. That joker was from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. That's on the other side of Detroit. But it's all good, though. Because the brother was cool, and he represent Ben. He still, to this day, represents Ben Hill. And that's on the west side of Atlanta. Yes, it is. If y'all know, if y'all some Atlanta natives, y'all know where I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, where I'm talking about. If y'all familiar with Greenbrier Mall and where else? Westgate Plaza and all that, y'all know what I'm talking about. But we also had another name for the area too, the SWATs, Southwest Atlanta. That's what the SWATs are. See, a lot of people, people like Outkast and Jermaine Dupri, they put the SWATs and all that on the map, for real. Even though Mojo and LC Shadi were the true pioneers from Atlanta when it came to in the rap industry. But Outkast, Good and Mob, Jermaine Dupri, Criss Cross, Escape, ATL all the way, y'all. So Dev, y'all. But to me, like I always tell people, I always say, welcome to Atlanta where the players play. Home of Jermaine Dupri. And like I said, when that song first came out, guess what? That song really got my attention. So if I was to play that song right now, I'd play it with pride because I let everybody, hell, I'm up here in North Carolina And I will blast that and say, welcome to Atlanta where the players play. And we ride on them things like every day. But in my version, I'll say, welcome to Atlanta where the players play and they drive them damn pickup trucks every day. But now, but I do, even though I live in Burlington, North Carolina, look, I still represent, see, Braves, Atlanta Braves. I love the Falcons. I root for the Falcons. And I might root for the Hawks. I'm still mad at them for about that bullshit that went down years ago, but I still represent them. But I represent the Falcons. If I mean, I'm just win, lose, or draw. I'm not one of them bandwagon. I'm not one of them fair weather fans who will jump on the bandwagon and jump off when nothing don't go right. Because number one, I'm not a fair weather fan, and dick riding is not a form of transportation. But in reality, I always root for my Braves. And till this day, and look, I'm up here in North Carolina, and guess what? I can watch, and I'm so happy that I can get access to the Braves games on TV. But it's on TBS up here now. So yes, it's in the background now. Yes, I got the Braves game on. And y'all know if it's a Brave game on, yes, I'm gonna watch it. If I'm at home, I'm gonna watch it. Yes, I am. Oh yeah. And I just want to say this too. I just want to say happy anniversary to my Clarkston High School buddy and his wife, Bernard and Joanna Kemp. Hey Bree, and oh yeah, and happy early birthday to you. I know your birthday tomorrow, Bernard, but happy birthday, man. I love you. And you know what though? We go back since high school. And you know what though? It's a blessing that you and I still had got our friendship going. I mean, we've been friends since high school. I mean, I know it ain't always been peaches and cream, but I thank the Lord for you, and I thank the Lord for our friendship, man. And I love you, bro. And you know I do, man. You always been there for me too. And then, but like I say, but I know you be busy. I know you got your family, but every now and then when you get a chance, I know you will. Call your boy, man. I'm still your buddy. But I know we be busy, and I miss us talking on the phone a lot every day. I mean, we had some crazy laughs. I mean, we had so much fun. I remember those prank calls we used to make. We used to be on the floor crying, but that was just fun. I mean, we weren't trying to hurt nobody, and we weren't trying to do nothing to get arrested for. But we had some fun doing that though. It was funny to us. And I remember somebody in our circle, Bernard, we had called this certain person. And I was like, I saw Ed walking naked down the street saying, dude. He said, you kiss my mouth. He just went off. I mean, and you remember it got so bad one time, he called, you remember when Ludlow Porch used to be the host on, he used to have his show on WSB. And one day he was talking about obscene prank phone calls. And the man said, you talking about obscene phone calls? Every time I see one, it'd be 7, 8, or 9 on me on the phone. And Ludlow was like, what did you say to him, sir? Well, I can't say it on the air. Oh, come on, this sake with her. He said, okay. He said, oh, Ed, I want your booty. Next thing you know, not only they were laughing at the radio station, but me and Bernard had to pull over because we were laughing so daggone hard. And the man said, Ludlow said, well, what you say to him out there? He said, what you think I say to him, man? I cuss him out. He said, well, we really wish you luck in the future. He said, thank you, because I told him I was going to get him. He said, thank you for your time. As soon as he hung up, Ludlow Porch was like, sound like this man going through pure hell. We couldn't do nothing but laugh. I mean, we laughed about that for weeks. That was hilarious. This man got on the phone on the radio station talking all kind of jive. But it was funny as I don't know what. I said to myself, man, I say to myself now, Rick is Smiling and nephew Tommy, they have nothing on me and Bernard. Where they got in, what they do now because they got CDs out. But believe me, we didn't know nothing about no CDs back then. We were just having fun. But if you think about it, it was. I mean, when we did it, it was funny. And then my boy Rick. Oh, he was in that circle too. We used to mess with him. Now I'm not trying to call you out, Rick, but I just want to say, you remember this one right here when something you said, and what he say? I'm gonna take this double barrel shotgun and shoot you straight in your ass. I mean, that sounds like something he would have said too. And you know, when he said that, that was funny as I don't know what. But like I said, those prank phone calls we made back in the day was funny. Can't do it now. Cause if you call somebody now and try to prank them, either they gonna start 69 you, or they gonna find some way to get you. Trust me. Oh, they gonna get you. You done remember, call ID is one invention that was made for people who made prank phone calls. And to be honest with you, that was a cool ass invention. I got whoever invented that, I hope they getting paid. But anyway, like I remember, like I said, those prank phone calls, I mean, they just bring back a lot of good memories. But like I said, I wouldn't do it now because I'm too old. I mean, I'm too old. It ain't funny like it used to be. But I remember one little boy called himself, somebody called me on my cell phone recently, trying to make a prank, talking about, is your refrigerator running? I said, no, nigga, I shot his ass in the damn toe. He ain't called me back no more. But oh yeah, before I get off this subject, before I hang up, before I let y'all go, I remember one lady I called and I said, hello, how are you tonight? And she was like, who is this? I said, this is Mr. Arthur J. Doohickey with Ole Mills. And I like to let you know that your face tore up all our cameras. And but guess what, y'all? How about this woman got me back? And you know when they say payback is a mother? Believe me, it is. How about I try to get her again? I said, hello, can I speak to Vicious Dog? She said, Vicious Dog moved out about a month ago. You want to speak to Stanky Skunk? I said, yeah. Good. Look at yourself in the mirror. I said, I ain't messing with her no more. I mean, she got me good. And like I said, I thought I was going to get away with it. But when she got me, and shut me up, I said, ooh. I said, somebody had the guts to shut me up. But whoever that lady was, peace to you, sister. You got down. But anyway, my time is up now. But I'm glad that y'all, if y'all watching this, I'm glad you enjoy it. But if y'all ain't seen it yet, they got one thing they have. YouTube on demand. That means a replay. You can always watch it on replay. And if it's your first time checking this out, please hit that like and subscribe button at Carlos Stargell 910. Well, my time is up now. Until tomorrow, y'all be good. God bless you all. I love you. Y'all take good care of yourselves, each other. Peace. 2 fingers. I'm out of here like last year. Good night, my people.